Good morning, all. Today I am discussing three major learning theories that influence education: behavioral, cognitive, and sociocultural perspective. Understanding these theories helps teachers design better lessons, support students' needs, and connect learning to real life situations. The purpose of this presentation is to explore the three learning theories: behavioral, cognitive, and social culture, and apply the theories to the specific education sector. Behaviorism theory. Behavior theory. Behaviorism focuses on what we observe, the learner's action. This theory is especially effective for building foundation skills of managing behavior. Behaviorism is observable and is observed through how students learn, stimulate, respond, and reinforce with activities. Behaviorism believes learners respond to external factors. Rewards and punishments shape behavior. An example of my own school experience: when students learn multiplication table by chanting them loudly daily every morning, students raise correct answers and correct mistakes immediately. It worked, we memorized our tables well, but it didn't help us understand why multiplication table worked. This shows how behaviorism builds strong recall but does not always encourage critical thinking. Multiplication table using strategies of rewards and repetition have good recall during limited problem solving issues, while solving maths calculation while in lower grades. Cognitive theory shifts focus that what happens inside a mind. It emphasizes on how learners process and organize information. Cognitive theory focuses mostly on the route of learning to understand how brain processes the information of main focus, and the main focus is a mental process, thinking, memory, and a student actively construct knowledge. For example, when a student connects locations to the map to the real life scenario, they understand the concept faster and better before using the plots, and simple landscape leads to deeper understanding and less connective load. Sociocultural theory. This theory emphasizes more about group learning, storytelling, and participation. In cultural events, mainly focuses on learning through interaction and cultural events, which builds knowledge both socially and culturally. Example of the sociocultural theory: a strong example of social cultural theory would be in the Pacific, when young people learn traditional dances or weaving from the community learners. This is not a formal class learning. It occurs through observation, participation, and feedback. Not only transfers skills but also strengthens cultural identity and belonging, and it allows that learning can be both academical and cultural. Therefore, Pacific Island students gain knowledge outside the classroom through studies, ceremonies, and cultural activities. Learning traditional dance during community events by peer cooperation, which leads to learning new skills, culturally and culturally talented. Compromising of these. Each theory contributes something important. Each theory is variable. None of them covers each and everything about education, but it's strong when they are all combined. Therefore, Liberalism builds discipline into a student recognition, gives deeper learning efforts, and social culture connects student to culture and community all above have their own strengths and limits. Pacific education application. In the Pacific classroom, teachers often rely on behavior surgeries because they are the critical in large classes with limited resources. But to prepare students for changing world, we also need connective approach that develop reasoning and social strategies that connect to the local knowledge. Blending these methods ensures learning in both effective and cultural grounded. Therefore, Pacific Islands classroom face resource limits, but definitely benefit from manual values. When mixing all these theories works best, Brevism gives root learning, connective approaches, the ability to learn, social control methods of promotes the methods of learning from elders and peers. A reflection. From my personal experience, a blend approach is needed, especially in specific contexts with unique changes, because no single theory explains education learning fully, and integration of other theories is most effective. Personal experience, balancing disciplines, problem solving, and cultural heritage is not completely possible in lower grades. Meaningfully understanding the cultural concepts helps learners feel supported and motivated. In Pacific education, this integration approach respects our tradition, which builds future-ready skills. To conclude, in conclusion, each theory has unique strengths. Behavioral strategies help with routine and recall. Connective approaches deep understanding, and social cultural methods connect the learning of the community and identity. In Pacific education, blending these approaches supports holistic development, academic, cultural, and emotional support. Together, the theories prepare students for modern challenges while preserving traditions. Thus, all these theories shape learning more effective and education sector in the Pacific benefits while blending them together for better future. Thank you.